Did you know that the average millionaire has anywhere from 3 to 7 income streams? And finance experts recommend that you have at least 3 sources of income, preferably in unrelated industries. Whether you're trying to build wealth or just make ends meet, having a variety of ways to make money keeps you from crashing to zero if your main source of income suddenly goes away. In this video, I'm going to show you the what, the how, and the how much of 6 different side hustles that my husband and I have used to earn extra income for a little more financial freedom and to help us build up a savings in the event of the unexpected. I'm Joy of Frugal Creative Living, and there are 3 characteristics that you'll want to remember as you're choosing an appropriate side hustle for you and your lifestyle. Number 1, it should be fun. And fun for me, obviously, is going to be different than fun for you. But basically, it's something that you would be doing or be willing to do even if you weren't getting paid. And since it's something that you're trying to do in addition to a regular job, if it can give you some emotional energy, it's going to be more sustainable even when your physical energy is low. Number 2, it should be flexible. You shouldn't have to be in any particular place at any particular time unless you have established that that time and place fits your own schedule. And lastly, it's funded. We couldn't really call it a side hustle if there was no money in it, right? So that being said, here's side hustle number 1. Braiding hair. Now, this of course requires a very specific skill, but if you can do braid extensions or even cornrows simple to intricate styles, you can make some really nice side money doing it for other people. Now, I started making money braiding hair in my early 20s, right after I graduated from college, and being frugal, I wanted to know how to do my own hair instead of paying someone else to do it for me. So I taught myself how to add extension hair into my own hair to achieve this popular low maintenance hairstyle. As a result, other people would come up to me and say, "Oh girl, who did your hair?" And then I would say, "I did it." And then they would say, "Oh, can I pay you to do mine?" And that's how my side hustle was born. You don't have to have a license or a salon to braid hair, but you should learn the best practices of the craft so that you're doing it well, creating a style that will last and offer the benefit of protecting the client's hair, because the name of the game is repeat business. So if you want to learn this skill or increase your current skills, there are so many braiding tutorials on YouTube that can help you. And the typical charge for these braiding styles is between $100 and $300, but it can even go higher depending on the length of the hair being added and the length of time it takes to complete the style. And since the majority of my clients were people I already knew or were associated with people I knew, I had the flexibility of either going to their house or having them come to mine, which was really helpful when my children were still young. Now, there is a time investment involved. When I first started doing styles like box braids or individual braids, it would sometimes take me up to 12 hours to install. But over time, I increased my speed, and with increased speed, you can increase your fee. Other styles I've done, like crochet braids, take only about 2 to 5 hours, but you can still charge the similar rate of $100 to $200. Now, maybe you don't want to do extension hairstyles. There are many mothers that would love to have their child's hair braided, but maybe they just don't have the ability or the patience to do it themselves. The going rate for braiding children's natural hair is anywhere from $40 to $85 for a 2-hour styling time. And in this age of social media, getting started is as simple as setting up an Instagram page or posting photos on Facebook of the styles that you've done on your own hair, and then letting people know that you offer this service to others. Tutoring. And we are not just talking about math and science. The beauty of tutoring is how broad the spectrum really is. You might be great at algebra, but you could also be fluent in another language or proficient on the piano or a guru in Python coding. The possibilities are as varied as your abilities. And even if you aren't an expert in any subject, you just have to know considerably more than the audience you're targeting. The value you can add is needed somewhere. Now, there are several methods you can use to deliver your knowledge, whether online or in person. You can do one-on-one tutoring, which is personal and direct, or you can do group sessions, which allows you to work with more than one person at the same time. And the method you choose will be dependent upon you and your prospective students and the subject that you're offering. For in-person tutoring, you can start with your immediate network, and there might be students in your neighborhood, at your church, children of co-workers that might need academic help. If you're familiar with them, you can tutor in their home, or you can find a neutral location like the library. And the library is also a great place to put up a flyer advertising your tutoring services. And you can also tutor online through websites like TutorMe or tutor.com, who usually require some teaching experience or an assessment to make sure you know your chosen subject matter. And they take care of the payment process for you. Tutoring rates in the US fall anywhere between $15 to $80 per hour, depending on the difficulty of the subject and your education and experience. And if you're really proficient in a particular instrument, or you have vocal ability and you want to be able to give lessons on the piano or give singing lessons, you can contact a local music store to see if they offer lessons to their network of customers. And the beauty of tutoring, whether online or in person, is that you can set your own hours and rates, making it a really flexible side hustle. This next side hustle is a part-time virtual assistant. Now, this can take on a few forms and can involve a variety of responsibilities. But in a nutshell, it boils down to you doing administrative tasks for a business or organization from home or any remote location. Most often, virtual assistants help small business owners with tasks like answering emails, social media management, scheduling appointments, and data entry. The average salary for a virtual assistant is anywhere from $25 per hour to as high as $80 per hour in the United States, depending on who you work for. And you can be connected to virtual assistant jobs on websites like Upwork or Fiverr, or just start asking around. Check with small nonprofit or community organizations or small business owners that you already know that are in your area that maybe don't have a brick and mortar location, but need to and are willing to pay someone to do administrative tasks. I currently do part-time virtual assistant work for my church, and because it's based mostly on tasks completed than time spent in an office, the flexibility of it allows me to be home with my children who are in virtual school while still offering a great source of income. This next side hustle is reviewing websites and apps, and this is where you get paid just to use a website or an app for a few minutes and say what you think about it. And you don't need any kind of expertise, just an opinion. You can sign up for free on a site like User Testing, who will pay you a minimum of $10 for about 10 to 15 minutes of your time, all the way up to $60 for an hour of your time. And the higher priced opportunities usually involve speaking live with a client over Zoom or other video communication platform. And once you have an account, you begin receiving notifications for opportunities to test websites or apps. And each opportunity has a listed payment amount and approximate time frame. You get to choose which opportunities you'd like to try, and once you select them, you have to answer maybe 1 to 3 questions to see if you fit the demographics of their site or app's target audience. And if you do, you just follow some simple prompts and instructions to start the test. You will need to have a quiet place where you can do the test, as you'll have to verbally record your thoughts as you navigate the site or app that you're testing. Now, if you have small children, getting a quiet space may sound difficult, but I made $300 one summer with a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old at home, so it is possible, and the time requirement is minimal. This next one is freelance photography and videography. If you have a passion for paying special attention to photo composition and angles and exposure and shutter speeds, and if you know any of these terms that I'm talking about, then you might be a good candidate for this particular side hustle. You can offer your services for events like weddings or birthdays, where clients want to make sure that they have professional quality images and video to commemorate their special event. And even in this age of high quality phone cameras, where you might think that anybody can take a great picture, my husband still gets calls to do the photography and videography for baby showers, church events, local community shows, and legacy videos. And he gets his gigs by word of mouth only. Someone he knows will know someone who needs a photographer, and the connection is made. You will need to have a quality camera, however, because no one is going to pay you the big bucks just to come in with your cell phone, no matter how good good the pictures are. But it doesn't have to run you thousands of dollars if you can find a used one that may not have today's technology but still takes pristine photos or clear video. You can also set up a free and easy website on a platform like Wix, or just start an Instagram account to display some of your work and just start telling people that you offer this service. The average rate for a freelance videographer is about $85 to $100 per hour, but the range for what you can charge can go as high as $2,000 for a day based on your skill level and the final package you want to provide to a client. Meaning you can just send raw photos or video files through Google Drive to the client, or you can design a photo book and large quality prints or an edited video with music and titles. The beauty is it's completely up to you what you offer based on your time, availability, and skills. This next side hustle is selling customized products. About 2 years ago, a friend of mine gave me this old Cricut die cutting machine, and I just fell in love with the DIY possibilities it offered. So I saved up my money and purchased a newer model that allows me to create and cut designs with precision out of a variety of materials like fabric, iron-on vinyl, adhesive vinyl, cardstock, sticker paper, leather, wood, and then apply the cut designs to blank products that I purchased from the Dollar Tree or Amazon or local craft stores, and then I can sell those upon request directly to customers. I've made and sold custom t-shirts, mugs, baskets, bags. There are so many things that can be personalized, and I'm able to set my own prices just by factoring in the cost of the needed materials and giving a value to the time it took to customize the item. Using a consumer level die cutting machine like Cricut or Silhouette or Sizzix does require a small investment up front, as these machines run anywhere from $150 to $400. My Cricut Maker was $250, but it doesn't take long to make that back in profits. I recently customized some t-shirts for an organization having an event in my area and was able to make a profit of over $100 for just about 5 hours of work. And because I want to keep my obligations to this side hustle low, I only do word of mouth business. But if you wanted to scale it up, you could use social media sites like Instagram and Facebook to display your services and have people contact you for orders. You can also use platforms like Etsy, Shopify, eBay, or Facebook Marketplace to list your goods and have all the payments go through those sites. However, all of those platforms do charge either an upfront fee or a commission on all items sold. And since I'm not doing a high volume of sales, I'd prefer to keep all the revenue for myself. Now, hopefully one of these ideas sparked a new money generating idea for you. Just think about the things you enjoy doing and see if there are people willing to pay you to do it, and you've got yourself a side hustle. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more ideas to help you spend less and create more. And I will see you next time. Bye.